Welcome. I'm Camden Stockton, our Associate Athletic Director for Development, and we truly appreciate you being here. This is a very exciting day for Long Beach State Athletics and also specifically our Dirtbags baseball program. Wanted to get things started and talk a little bit. We are excited to make some announcements of some renovations and things that are happening out at Blair Field. And as we all know, Blair Field is near and dear to us, not only at the university, but also in the city of Long Beach. A few things when we were reading up about Blair Field and what it means to the city. Blair Field, actually, the first game happened there. Long Beach Poly got the W. That would have been embarrassing if they had lost to some folks from out of town. So the home field got a nice win. And then, of course, a few days later, Long Beach State beat Long Beach City. We love our friends at Long Beach City, but since it's our home now, we're glad that we got the W there as well. But Blair Field also outdates the Dodgers and the Giants on the West Coast. So it really is a staple in our city, and we are proud to be able to have it as our home of the Dirtbags. And our home that we plan to continue to invest in and bring it up to the standards of our top 25 baseball program, make sure that Blair Field is a top 25 home as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our athletic director, and he's got some great news to get us started with the 2021 baseball season. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Mr. Andy Fee.
Well, thanks, Camden, and just want to welcome everybody this morning, especially our distinguished guest and all our Dirtbag fans and Dirtbag Nation out there. This is an exciting day, as Camden mentioned, and we're continuing to build the program and provide the foundation to return to Omaha. That's our goal. We're going to go back to Omaha, not if, but when, and we're going to do it through all of you, your support, and we really can't thank you again, everybody, for coming here today virtually to celebrate a really exciting day. I do want to acknowledge someone special out there. I know she's just been a true champion for all of us here in the community in Long Beach, and that's Marilyn Bohl. And she is an unbelievable supporter of the Dirtbags. Bohl Diamond at Blair Field. She is at every game. She is watching those road games, and we can't wait for her to be back out with all of you cheering on the team. Unfortunately, that's going to be a little while here as we're still going through COVID in terms of fans at games, but we are going to be back out there playing and representing all of you, and we're proud to do that. Marilyn, your leadership and support, it's simply amazing. So, but today, we and myself have the honor and joy of recognizing one of our Dirtbag greats, Steve Trachsel, who is truly, one of our champions, and his time here was amazing. And his time in Major League Baseball representing the Dirtbags is something we're so proud of. We were just talking about that before we came on with everybody. Not to get too far, but I really do want to share some of the things that Steve in his legacy here at the beach. Steve is a Long Beach State University Hall of Fame class of 2000. His time here as a Dirtbag ace, he was a second-team All-American, led the team, the Dirtbags, to that 1991 College World Series. Some really great stats from his time here. I think he had 9 complete games, 139 strikeouts. I think one stat, and I could be wrong here, Coach, but he's got the single season record for 148 innings pitched, which, I don't know these days if that's ever going to be broken. That'll probably keep on going. And he's, single game as well. A school record versus Harvard with 16 strikeouts. So pretty amazing time here at the beach. And, I know we all loved watching what he did here. And then, going beyond that, Steve transitioning and headed into Major League Baseball, a career that spanned 15 years, which is amazing. Not too many guys get to throw 15 years in the majors. Won 143 games, over almost 1,600 strikeouts, Major League All-Star appearance. Really someone that took the Dirtbags name and took that into Major League Baseball. So we're so proud of Steve, and today is just amazing for us to celebrate that. So, now it's my honor and all of us here at Long Beach State to publicly share the naming of our new left field home bullpen, the Steve Trachsel Bullpen. So this is a huge project. Coach Valenzuela, he's a pitching guy, pitching guru, as I call him. So that's something super near and dear to his heart. And to have Steve's name attached to that, Steve, you're emotional and financial support. It's not just financial support, it's emotional support and we know how much you care about this university. And, you were sharing a little bit about, coming back. We're just, again, so thankful. And, I know I speak on behalf of all of us. We're looking forward to our current and future Dirtbag aces following your footprints of greatness. And on behalf of all of us here at the university and this community, thank you, Steve. We are so grateful.
You're welcome. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, so I'll stop here, and again, it's my honor to introduce our Dirtbag legend today, Steve Trachsel. Steve, the floor is yours.
It's mine. Right on. Well, thank you, Andy. Like we were talking earlier, coming back a couple of years ago to a regional game. I drove my kids through the campus, and I didn't recognize the campus because so many things had changed over the years since 1991, 1992. And you've seen all the improvements that have been going on at Blair Field with the clubhouse, with the batting cages. So it just kind of made sense that when Coach and Camden came to me and talked about upgrading the bullpen, it was pretty much a no-brainer. And we have a long history of a lot of players coming out of Long Beach, making it to professional baseball, making it to major leagues, and anything I could do to help with their improvement as well as recruitment of more players to come and make Blair Field the place that we all expect it to be. It's my pleasure. It's lucky I was able to be able to be part of it and do it.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve. And Camden, I think we've got, I think you're going to maybe have Coach with a few words. Is that right?
Yeah, sorry. I was answering a question there from Tom on the chat. Tom, this is the Jared Weaver bullpen will still stand. It is on down the right field line, and Steve is naming the left field bullpen that is on the other side of the field. So they're both going to be there. And as I said there in the chat, we're truly excited to have an alumni and then also somebody who truly represents being a dirtbag. If you look at those numbers and the career that he had and how he carried himself in Major League Baseball, it's great to have somebody else that's a strong worker and performed the way that he did at the major league level. But we're going to have Coach Valenzuela on here. And Coach, can you tell us about your thoughts on the new naming?
Yeah, no, I before this, talking to Steve and just thanking him for all his support. This means a lot. It's huge for our program, the development of our players. And, when I was lucky enough to be hired here, two things we talked about was at the top of our list was to recruit the best players in the country and to develop them. And this does both. I think when you see our facility and you were there, last year, I think, there's not much of an eyesore of any part of this thing, but that left field bullpen needed some work and it needed to be done. And so being able to do that and do it at a high level and make it as beautiful as it's going to be, it helps us with those two deals, right? The recruit and development. When players and pitchers that we're recruiting come to Bohl Diamond at Blair Field and they see the Jared Weaver bullpen, they see the Steve Trachsel bullpen, they see the cameras that now are going to be put in there as well to help with pitchers development is going to be huge. The other part of the Steve Trachsel bullpen is going to be a small field for our bunting stations as well. Not only is it a pitcher development place, but it's also a place where, during offense, during batting practice, our hitters are able to go in there and get their work in as well. You know, and like I told Steve too beforehand, I mean, this place is historic. The amount of great teams, great coaches, great players that have been here, and to have names like Steve Trachsel, Jerry Weaver, you know, Tulowitzki, all these guys that have their name that have been part of this program, that makes our players and coaches feel great. It made the expectations through the roof. It makes you give that little extra energy that this is what this place is all about. And so, again, Steve, thank you so much for all your support. Marilyn, I know you're out there as well. Thank you so much for everything you do. And our boys, you know, I share with them a bunch that we're lucky. I mean, we really are to have the support, you know, to continue to move this program forward. We're blessed to be here. And again, this is, you know, nowadays this recruiting war that we're going on with other teams. I mean, the facilities part of this thing is huge, and it gives us that extra edge. And so this really helps, not only with the recruitment, but obviously the development of this program. And we have more to do. And this is just a start to something that is, you know, continuing to move forward. And you know, I see the support here of how many people are you know, tuning in here. And it just, again, it's just amazing of what this program means to so many people. And you know, we understand that, and we know that as a coaching staff and as a program, and we're working hard to continue to build off of the legacy that, you know, guys like Steve have you know, paved the way for sure. So thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, Coach. Thank you.
Coach, can you tell us a little bit about the design and how it's going to help you guys? They've started work out there. It's almost finished. Can you tell us a little bit about the design and what it's going to provide for the team?
Yeah, so a couple of things. So it's going to be all turf, which is cool. Not the mound itself, but everything else, the home plate area, you know, obviously everywhere else where grass would normally be is going to be turf. So it's going to, obviously, wear and tear is going to be handled pretty well down there. There's going to be 3 mounds. 2 are going to be your clay mounds, and then one of the mounds is going to be a turf mound, which is huge for us. And nowadays, I mean, we'll play at places that, you know, teams like Vanderbilt, and I know Washington State, some other teams have turf mounds. So, I mean, we'll be prepared for anything like that, as well as weather. If weather hits and, you know, some of the mounds are beat up a little bit, we can always use this turf mound, which is huge for us. You know, there's also going to be 2 sets of home plates. And so, you know, we have the normal home plate at the 60 feet, 6 inch area. And then we're going to have another set behind that we like to do some drills at 75 feet as well that are going to be, home plates is there. So it just gives us a training ground for it. We're actually, you know, and then obviously, like I said, there's going to be lines that are going to be put into the turf from the center home plate. That's going to be like a small field bunting area. So during offense, and it's a big area and a big space down there. So during offense, our guys are going to be able to have a station down there at bunting to where they're actually going to be able to, you know, see where those bunts are with foul lines there. So again, it's just like a small field for us, which is great. There's also going to be a camera in the bullpen that's going to be able to, you know, shoot some video on bullpens, you know, of our guys for the development piece of this thing. And so again, that's a huge help. And then, you know, it's kind of going to be like a pitching station as well, workout area that has a lot of room for our guys to do their ab stations there, their band work with hooks on the wall. And then that name across the bullpen is in the Steve Trachsel Bullpen, again, is huge. And again, it's just more of a reminder to our guys of what this place means and the expectations of this place and who has been here. And I love that. And that's a challenge, you know, for our guys, and it's a challenge to this program because we know this means so much to a lot of people, and our guys are game. They're ready to go.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. And thank you to all of you for coming. As we mentioned earlier, this is step 1. We've got some ways to go out there at Blair Field. Again, we are excited about what's happening out at Blair Field, and we're excited about the Dirtbags and the success that the program has had. And now, you know, we're going to continue to invest in that facility and be sure that we can bring it up to the level that we expect out of our Dirtbags on the field. If you'd like to get involved, give us a shout, 562 985-4949, Beach Athletic Fund. We'd be happy to get you guys started. And thank you again, Mr. Trachsel, for your amazing gift, and to Marilyn Bohl everybody out there that's helped support. And we're going to keep this thing going and finish up in Omaha. We'll all be there, have some steaks, and hopefully Coach and the Dirtbags can bring the trophy home. So thank you all, and have a good rest of your day and a good afternoon. And last but not least, go Beach and Go Bags.
Go Bags.